Hello everyone, welcome to another exciting episode of, what is this again? Kuru Shell. This time around, this episode, we are actually going to continue where we left off. And we're going to be colonizing, at least attempting to get to the point where we can colonize this planet, Oscarin 2. Looks like an R and an N, but it could be an M. But I'm pretty sure that's an R and an N. Let me just click this. That's an R and an N. Okay, Oscarin 2. Now, I've made a couple changes. I did one thing off screen, off camera, and that was I reduced our energy for a little bit just to swap out these guys here so I can get this guy grown faster. And I've got myself a little hydroponics farm being built right here after this one is built. And again, like I said, you build these farms and then everyone will start to populate the planet faster, and then I can focus on minerals with these two tiles here. And then I'm pretty sure with this tile I'm going to build a research lab. I'm gonna build a research lab here. I might build another one here, but I'm also gonna build a mausoleum. I decided I'm gonna build a mausoleum because the great thing about one of the great things about the government system I have, the divine mandate, is you get to build these mausoleums, which is going to give me another bonus to ethics divergence. And it's great because right now ethics divergence is at -40, so you have the -10 for divine mandate, -30 for fanatic specialist, and once I create a grand mausoleum, it's going to give me another -20% for the planet alone. This is planet specific. The other ones are empire-wide. This building is for the planet only, but this, if I put this on this planet, it would give them another -20% to ethics divergence. And if I did this symbol of unity, this would give them another -10%. So if I was insane enough to put all of these on one planet, it would be -70%. So you can really, when you're expanding your species, when you're expanding your empire, and you've got like colonies and planets way over here, and the distance increases the divergence with the extra mausoleums and all the extra the symbol of unity. I mean, you really don't have to worry about ethics divergence. And when you when you take over another species' planets, you can put a symbol of unity on each of those planets. You can put a mausoleum on those planets, one per empire, or one per emperor. I'm sorry, not emperor, but in this case, archprophet. But every time the leader, with every leader, you get to build one mausoleum. And that gives you a bonus. So if you have one planet where there's a lot of divergence, for instance, a planet that you took over, and they're like really don't like your culture, or they're just way off to a different culture, you can put that mausoleum on that planet, and it'll decrease the divergence by quite a degree. And again, when you seed planets, it's good to have that symbol of unity on each of those planets that you seed. And if you take 5 planets, you can just put one on each of those 5 planets, and it'll reduce 10% for each of those planets. And when you add that to all the other dynamics, I'm sorry, not dynamics, but divergence bonuses that I have here, the divine mandate is going to be empire-wide. Fanatic specialist is mostly towards my species, but once they divert closer to us, they're going to be affected by that. And so anyone that enters our empire is pretty much going to gain our ethics. This is this is very powerful. It's really kind of cool how much ethics divergence bonus you can have with this culture. And I'm probably later on, I'm probably going to use one of the encourage free thought edicts, and it'll take away 15% of the it'll pretty much take away some of the bonus of the extra divergence, but it'll also increase my research speed. So at some point, when I've pretty much maxed out ethics divergence bonuses to the point to where there's no way anyone can divert, then I'll probably take this edict and I'll use it to increase the I use it to increase my research speed. In fact, I could totally do that right now. Well, first I'm going to turn this on so that I can keep time going. I finish all this construction because I've got to get these minerals, and I've got to get all these mining stations built. But actually, I think I'm going to encourage free thought right now, because right now these guys are like, they're not going to divert. They're at negative 55.6%. These guys are not going to divert because they're at negative 35.9%. So like, there's no way these guys are going to divert from their ethics. So what I'm going to do is while I'm at this point, boom. So I'm going to boost my research speed by 10%. So look at that. Let's get 31%. That's 31%. That's 26%. Entered into a non-aggression. Figures. So these guys have established a non-aggression pact with the United Nations of
System
Earth.
survey complete.
And they are superior, and they don't like us.
Construction
So this
complete.
puts us at a disadvantage, because if they wanted to, they could attack us, and we would be not doing so well. And they actually have a Corvette focus, so they have that advantage. And they're very
Situation log
friendly.
updated.
Uh-oh, another alien species encountered over here. So let's see, another alien species that's a neighbor to us. Investigate. Research. Are we leaving? Oh, that's the military ship, okay. Well, we're going to research that species, and soon we're going to discover another neighbor, another alien species. I bet they're going to probably be like right here. I hope they're not over here. But now that I've actually been over here, been in that system? Yes.
Special project complete.
Union of Wool Planets. Interesting. We got more influence. Let's see. Oh wow, these are really kind of interesting creatures. Let's see. They are xenophiles. That's good. And they're phonetic militarists, so they're very military focused. But on the bright side, they like other species, so they're not overtly aggressive. They're a military junta, though. Let's see. It sends regards from the ruling council of the Union of Wool Planets. We hope for a productive relationship with your impressive nation. That's nice, I'm going to say. And our military has been instructed to treat all members of your species with respect. Praise the divine for this meeting. So, ooh, hold on. That's not a good sign. We've got some enemies in that hostile people in that area, but these guys like us. Of course, they're xenophiles, and they don't have any issues with us being collectivists. So this is a good start. And what planet I would say they're fungaloids, and they're on a desert preference. Okay, desert present, not desert, desert preference. Let's see, that's not a bad idea. That's not a bad sign. I don't really have to worry about their ethics. They're equivalent. Their fleet's power superior, but their technology level is inferior. Why is everyone's fleet power superior to ours? This is not a good sign. I've obviously got to really bump up my military power, which I can do now that I have destroyers. But this is it's concerning. They have 4 planets. They have 4 colonies. So that kind of explains why they have an edge on us, because even with their naval capacity being the same as ours, they have more resources, and therefore they can easily just have more ships. But I also looked at our neighbors over here. They have 662 fleet power. These guys have 680 fleet power. So it kind of makes sense. Spaceborne, organics, aggressive stance. Space amoebas. Okay. Can't get enough of those, but there is a continental world over here. This is good. This is good. This is good. Because actually no, this is bad, because it means I have to kill those guys. I have to kill these guys. They're both in my way. Darn it. I've got to destroy these space amoebas, then I'm going to colonize this planet, then I'm going to destroy these space amoebas, then I can get this planet. And I have to get both of these planets before these guys or these guys get these planets. But my goal is, if I can just move this way, if I can colonize this planet, then I can colonize this planet after this planet. Or I can colonize them both at relatively the same time. It'll cost me a bit of influence to colonize this one at the same time as this one. Or I could just wait for this one to colonize and then colonize that one. It'll cost a little bit less, but I can really, I kind of have a set course in mind. It's kind of an odd shape for an empire. Usually I like mine to be more even looking, like, you know, more circular, more round, but this one's gonna be kind of cockeyed looking. But I do want to get these continental planets. So that's what we'll do. That's what we'll do. Oops, wow, see, it's paused. Goodness mercy. I've been paused half of this episode. I'm too busy thinking, strategizing to actually let this go through here. I need these things to, I need these resources. So I need that to build here. That's researching the gigantic skeleton. This is doing this. Alright. Perfect, so we've got that 4 here, we've got that there, and they're 1.4, perfect. And that farm is almost finished, 45 days, oh, okay, so that's gonna be, it's gonna be more food, so we're gonna have this planet colonized. And what are we doing over here? These guys are building. What am I going to build here? Oh, I'm going to do this. I'm going to clear that out so I can build another research station. Because I seriously need myself some research progress going here. For this guy, my physics
complete.
really has to step up. I'm doing great with society research, I'm doing great with engineering research.
Construction complete.
But I'm not getting anywhere on the physics research, and that's kind of supposed to be our focus. It's supposed to be our specialty. Which is kind of embarrassing, really.
Research complete.
That's Perfect. So
Construction complete.
Station 2. Are we going to do thrusters or are we going to do a mineral silo? I keep putting aside the ion thrusters. It's kind of funny, really. It's not funny, but it's also kind of funny because it keeps coming up as an option and I keep disregarding it. But I'll do it this time. I do need to get this mineral
Research complete.
I'm just gonna get the ion thrusters just to get them out the way. Nope.
Special project complete.
Incredible. Alright. Oops. Freeze that. So, after continued studies of the massive skeletal remains found on Chorus 3, a science officer at Compromar has concluded that the creatures served as some kind of organic starship. Much smaller bones from at least 3 separate species were found within the large skeleton, and we assumed these came from members of the crew. For unknown reasons, this organic starship suffered catastrophic damage and crash landed on Chorus 3A. While we cannot begin to understand the biological engineering necessary to grow a starship like this, the study of these bones alone have substantially advanced our knowledge. So that's going to give us, where is that? Because that's going to give us a bonus to engineering research and society research. And it's upgraded my my science officer. He's leveled up. I can study energy siphon. I can study military academy, which I don't really feel the need for. I mean, it'll increase the army build speed, which should be nice. Empire-wide, oh, planet-wide, never mind actually. And it'll increase our army damage, but I'm not too concerned about that. What I want to do is get more influence, get my planetary capital, and boost production targets. It would be nice to increase my leader capacity, but I'm not even using all the leaders that I need to use. I have like the option of 10 leaders. I'm using 5 scientists and 2 governors, which leaves me 3 leaders unaccounted for. I'm probably going to use 1 for admiral and another one for governor once, but leader pool size. I'll probably get that. I'm sure I won't get that the next time I know that, because I'll either get this or get the energy siphon. I'm gonna go with this for now because we need that more influence. That'll help me with that. I'm just gonna keep that edict going, so it's gonna boost my research anyway. That's exactly what I need. Oh man, I should have thought about that when I had that plus 15%, because that would have been plus 25%. I really could have been flying the next couple of days. But anyway, let me just boost all of this stuff up. Let's see. Okay. How much does this cost? 140. I need to build at least a few destroyers just to get my my fleet power higher, because I don't want these guys to get too cocky, being superior than us. They've already created a non-aggression pact with our human friends. Last thing I'm gonna do is to get any crazy ideas. We don't have a defense pact with these with our neighbors. We're almost there, but relative power of empires. Actually, all I need is maybe like 1 more ship of nice, sizable, and I might be able to get a former defense pact with these guys. But at the same time, you know what? Let's see, they're plus 20. What if aggression is at distance? It's because they're neutral. Nope, that's not it. Their PNFS is low, but it doesn't impact everything. Well, I'm not gonna worry about that. They're way over here for now. Oh no. Oh yes. A space station. Oh, okay, no, that's from this planet. That means that they're space age. No, that's actually bad. That's really bad. Because if these guys evolve, this is a primitive species. This is like a species that hasn't quite figured out how to travel through space yet. So they have this little small space station, but eventually they're going to be space age. And I want them to be space age after I colonize this planet. Otherwise, they'll get all of this space for themselves, and they'll also this will fall into their space, and I don't want that to happen. And I also don't want to have to go to war with them and take that space for them, because then that would make our neighbors not happy with us. And their neighbors might be protectorates very quickly. So if they do sprout wings and start to travel through space, we'd have to go to war with them very quickly. But let's not jump to war right away, because we have a love of life. Yeah, well, we wouldn't like hurt them or anything. They pretty much fall into line with us relatively quickly because of the fact that we have the ethics divergence bonus. So that's one thing that's not going to be a problem. But first I have to survey that whole system, and that's where I stop putting this on pause. This is the science ship. Okay, so he's gonna survey. Nope. Stop. Whoa, you almost flew into that, you almost flew into this dangerous system with these aliens. And I just managed to stop you before you got yourself killed. Alright, so I'm gonna send you guys back to merge with this. Alright, so now I'm going to, sorry, I was thinking, but I'm researching all of these things that I kind of put aside. Researching the space amoeba is going to give me some more research. I'm going to probably get little organic space fighters that I get to research. The crystalline entity research is going to give me the ability to scan systems that they're in and survey everything, and it's also going to give me sometimes it gives you like a bonus to gives you a bonus to something. I can't remember what it was, but once you fight them, and you also can get crystal armor. Fascinating. Fantastic. Energy credits. There you go. It gives you a bonus of energy credits when you study those things. So the space amoebas, that's fantastic. So I get a bonus to my energy credits, 5%. That's exactly what I need. I love this. The space amoebas, the name has stuck as the pronunciation of the proper xenotaxonomic determinator is too underwhelming for the average Kuru. Are solitary animals when left to their own devices. All but the youngest specimens are accompanied by quasi-independent flagella, organisms spawned by the amoeba and programmed through liquid RNA-laced secretions to do the bidding of the host. These flagella are capable of manipulating and even attacking objects in an impressive yet restricted range around the host, periodically returning to lodge itself inside the host's amoebas body for reprogramming. These are military applications of the graceful patterns of circulation apparently in the flagella's movement. But anyway, that's great because now we actually get a bonus, a constant, regular bonus to our energy credits. So that's exactly, I love that. That's going to be forever. It's going to be on all of our planets. Whenever we're mining energy, we get that 5% bonus, the cosmic ray catalysis. Bonus. So that's awesome. I'm just going to look at all this minerals. All these minerals is perfect. I'm going to use that to bump this up to level 2 and then level 3. There are my minerals.
Special project complete.
But it's going to also increase my naval capacity. Ooh, this is the void cloud chain. A cloud reads the alt report, collated from multiple sources, like a cloud of luminous star stuff billowing in the dark. The report goes on to refer to the phenomenon, somewhat poetically, as a void cloud. It is evident to the priesthoods of the Kuru shell that these clouds are heralds animated by some higher will. Exactly who or what this will belongs is the subject of heated debate and is likely to remain so for the foreseeable future. Until such time as the void cloud's true nature can be ascertained, it would perhaps be prudent to treat the immense power evident in its rolling motion with some caution. Conduit for the divine or not, it must be studied. Void cloud observation. We leave the matter in the capable hands of our admirals. Begins the void cloud event chain. I want to do an observation.
Situation log updated.
Because I'm all about research. All about the research. I love researching stuff. Because that's why we're out there, to learn about these creatures and then get some good research about them. Research is mandatory. And with research, we've managed to get some special technologies. Okay, that's physics right there. Oh wow, the crystalline entity is physics research? Well, that's why it's going so slow. Because it's not based off of society. Society research goes by pretty quickly.
Special project complete.
Awesome. So we get the crystal sonar, which allows you to survey an entire system instantly if there are crystalline entities in that system. And I'm not going to even read through all that stuff because there's a lot. But pretty much they are crystals, but they're living creatures. Okay, I'll read it. The crystalline entities, the name itself, are comprised between rival factions of xenobiologists and xenogeologists on Kundia, are most definitely alive. Some overly conservative members of the Kuru academic elite argue that there are silicate animated matter, and that they have little in common with biological life. The vast majority of the Kuru shell's populace reject that regressive perspective, instead turning their eyes toward the fascinating new horizons that the crystalline entities represent. They are, somewhat regrettably, solitary beings, such as individual crystal sovereign rarely seen with more than one sentinel and a smaller coherent entity. Aside from the cohort and sentinel clearly being subservient to the sovereign of the group, subtle nuances of the crystalline entities' socio-hierarchical relationships are lost on us, which does not stop these dynamics from being the subject of revered study on Kundia. Entities do not seem to mate, and we have yet to observe any crystals that are recognizably older or younger than them. Blah 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 blah. Anyway, we are going to be Okay, so he's finished building that. He's going to now build more mining stations and more research stations. Boom, boom. This is exactly what we need. What are you doing here? You're not doing anything. How dare you waste time? You're going to survey this system, and you're going to survey this system. And
System survey complete.
That's nice. Alright, so this is the Krikux. The early space age. That's what I thought so. That's what I thought. Sorry. Fanatic individualist, which means they're not gonna like being associated with collectivists. But they're xenophiles, so that's a bonus there. Ethics divergence, 15%. That's okay, because once they are in contact with us, they're going to become spiritualists very, very quickly. Whether they want to or not, they are going to embrace the truth, and they will be reborn into a... Oh no! Ah, crap. Well, there went that idea. They've already colonized that planet. Oh, actually, no, that's no problem. Okay, that's not a bad thing, because... oh no, that is a bad thing, because they haven't finished colonizing it yet. So... this planet's probably going to fall into their space now. There's nothing I can do about it. But I'm hoping that it's not going to, I'm really hoping that they don't, this is just out of the reach of their space. But this sounds like wishful thinking on my part, because I'm pretty sure that's going to fall into their space. That's okay. Because eventually I'm going to own these guys. Not own them like property or anything, but I mean, I'm gonna have all of this space. So, having said that, that's gonna be the end of this episode. Sorry it wasn't as fascinating as any of the other ones, because I was kind of pausing a lot, but next time around I'll have more minerals, and we're going to be
Special project
building
complete.
up. Oh, nice. Holy macro. Void Unclouded. We actually get a bonus of... Wow. That is really good. That's really, really good. That's a bonus of 10 plus 10% to happiness for years. Okay. The Void Clouds are stewards of the cosmos. Once Kuru astronomers knew what to look for, they found traces of the void clouds everywhere. Formed at the dawn of creation, they stood and watched as stars were lit and young planets formed. Now they drift, quasi-conscious agglomerations of inanimate matter from the earlier hours of time itself, afloat between dying stars and breaking worlds. They are a constant reminder that we are but all small parts of something greater. Humbling. This grand design modifier added for 240 months. That's excellent. That's 20 years. Given the following effect, plus 10% to happiness. So that's going to be empire-wide, I believe. Empire-wide. So let me just click this. Yep, grand design. So a bonus of 10% to happiness on all of our planets, all of our people. That is beautiful. We could use that bonus. That'll increase productivity, that'll increase everything. We've maxed out on happiness on this planet, but...
Research complete.
We're going to clear that. We're going to upgrade these... We're going to upgrade everything on this planet first. Upgrade that, upgrade that, upgrade that, upgrade that. We need minerals first. Well, actually, what am I talking about? Because that's not
Construction complete.
and wait, no. Hold on. saving so much. Cancel. Alright, upgrade this. Upgrade this. 'Cause we need to upgrade. We need to get as many minerals as we possibly can. I can worry about energy later. Right now, we're doing pretty good on energy. I'm just gonna move you right here. We're going to build a science lab there, and then we can focus on. Oops, research complete. Are we gonna go with destroyer assembly yard? Definitely. Spaceport level 4, which is gonna then lead us to getting what is the next class? After destroyers, there's I forgot, my brain's not working right now. But on the bright side, we're moving on up. Moving on up, moving on up. But anyway, on that note, we will see you next time. I hope you have a great day, and God be with you.
System survey complete.